Is there any proof from the trailers so far that the bottles in GTA 6 use ray-traced reflections? It's really hard to tell from the reflections themselves due to their elongated shape. To show why this is, I went down to the supermarket and filmed these reflective poles. You can see that even though they're very reflective, it's still hard to actually make out what's going on in these reflections. But you can see how my shoe and leg, as they pass close to the poles, affect the reflections. And this is what you'd expect to see happen on the bottles in game. This dark evolving patch on the bottle here could be the reflection of the other bottle, and these bright brown patches could be the golden sunshine bouncing off Dem titties, which at least suggests she's featured in the reflections, so better than the cube maps in GTA 5 would ever have managed. And the bottom of this bottle here definitely looks like it's reflecting Cal's blue t-shirt. What is interesting is where the liquid meets the air above it. GTA 5 I think did something similar where the surface of the liquid is a flat plane that can shake about. Again, it's Valve who proved to be the fluid fiends by trickling an assortment of primitive fluid simulations into their titles. Left 4 Dead 2's Molotov and Bile Jar both contain a liquid that slops about inside, though you can hardly see it with the Molotov. And with the Bile Jar, the effect is very primitive. It's merely a flat plane that can bounce about to a limited degree, so if you shake it about like a madman, then the limitations of its movement are clear to see. Does GTA 6 do the sloshing in a similar way to Source 1 games, or to the Source 2 examples with its fancy shader effects? Judging by GTA 5 and from the footage we've seen so far, it looks like it does it the Left 4 Dead way, by simply having a flat top that changes angle as it's shaken about. But it doesn't seem as restricted in its movement as Left 4 Dead's is. What made Half-Life Alyx's booze shader so special was that there was no liquid within the bottle. In fact, the bottles weren't even transparent, or even translucent. They were actually a completely opaque surface, using cube map data to give the illusion that lighting was passing through it, and even the liquid itself was just a shader, being a series of mathematical calculations with lots and lots of layers to the effect, like for bubbles, a foamy head, and so on. All this for a tiny fraction of the performance cost that doing all these things in real time using conventional methods of rendering would entail. The same applies to Counter-Strike 2's water effects. They're gorgeous and operate upon the same sort of principles. This is the view that makes it look like GTA 6's booze shader is being done in the same sort of way as Half-Life Alyx's was. There appears to be bubbles rising from within, although you'll soon notice it's a rapidly repeating animation, which is a bit disappointing. Although Half-Life Alyx had a repeating animation as well, but it slowly rotated 2 different bubble patterns, one going left and the other going right, around the bottle to disguise this looping better